G'day, Manaia.
Good morning. How's it all going?
Not too bad. Did you didn't tune into our drive-by episode yesterday, did you?
I did, man. I was just hanging out the washing and a couple of bullets came through my sheets. I was like, what the fuck?
What was said about you?
It was the episode where we drove by probably most people, but also focused on the greatest walkout of all time, and that was the Pinot Noir walkout.
Yeah.
The only thing that
That's right.
The only point of contention I had was when you were talking about how the Pinot Noirs didn't go Pinot Noirs. I've forgotten, it's been so long since they existed. But about getting a corporate box and just drinking wine and that whole thing. And you said that I would have gone up and shot the place. No, I would have loved that because my issue with the Pinot Noirs was they're not fans of the Warriors. Yeah, right, they don't go to the games. They sit at home and take photos of their own face. And I think you can go back. You can go back and listen to the actual walkout episode. I was saying the same thing. I was just like, my issue is not that they're being fans of the Warriors the wrong way. My issue is they're not fans of the Warriors, they're fans of themselves.
Yeah.
This is never about the game. You never hear them talk about the game at all. It's just them taking photos of their own face.
So on the infamous
from
walkout,
their couch.
So how did it work? You decided
I said exactly that.
Yeah, okay, and he just got up and went.
Yeah.
He took that as a personal... I said the Pinot Noirs aren't fans of the Warriors, they're fans of themselves.
Yes. That was the line.
Yeah,
that was the line.
Yeah,
that was the line that drew it. But, yeah, I still think there's an opportunity there to take the Pinot Noirs to another level.
But but they're not going to go to the game, and this was my whole point about the Pinot Noirs.
If there was a corporate box, they would.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, they 100% would.
That's the irony. I guess that's how you get to that level of wealth and affluence is by never paying for anything yourself.
Yeah.
And so unless they get free tickets, whereas meanwhile everyone else has to pay to go and sit in the freezing cold sideways rain.
Yeah.
But that was my point about the Pinot Noirs is that I didn't hate them, more the merrier, but they're not fans of the Warriors. And my point at the time was, and you guys be the judge of whether I was right or wrong, as soon as they start losing, they'll disappear.
Oh, yeah, that's like any New Zealand sports fan, though.
And what happened?
That is like every New Zealand sports fan on earth.
No, not with the Warriors, and I guess that's why it raised my antlers, is because Warriors fans every one of them has memories of sitting in the pissing cold sideways rain, watching Sean Johnson line up a conversion from the sideline to cut the deficit to 40, and thereby eliminating us out of contention for the playoffs in like mid-March.
But that's just like cricket though as well, because where are the other 38,000 people that turned up for the semi-final versus South Africa at Eden Park and against Australia at Eden Park?
Where have they been since? Yeah.
Where are those 38,000 other people? Because there's 2,000 turn up for a normal game.
Yeah.
There's 38,000 missing.
There were signs of a late comeback though for the Pinot Noirs, wasn't there, after it won the radio award.
The Blackie.
Yeah, that's right.
And Matt Heath was a massive fan of the Pinot Noirs once again for a moment there.
You got up on stage, didn't you, for that one, Messi?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Did you get thanked for that?
What do you reckon?
No. You didn't get a chance to do a speech?
I've got
That was about a year after the Pinot Noirs died off a cliff, though, wasn't it, I think?
But before we get into the potty today, we've got a special guest as well, Anna Willcox, live from Italy, from the Winter Olympics.
It doesn't get much more special than that.
Yeah. I got a little bit of a situation that happened to me last night. Twilight golf.
Oh, nice.
I play Twilight golf on Tuesdays.
Okay.
And it's a 5 p.m. shotgun start.
9-hole?
Yep. Yeah. On the second hole, one of my team members goes, "Hey, I played Takapuna last weekend, and I found this on the fairway." And he pulled out a baggie. And the baggie had been obviously drained, but it was an obvious baggie. And he goes, "You think it's..." He's a pretty straight-laced kind of guy. He goes, "This looks what it is, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Is this drugs?
Yeah, but it wasn't drugs in it. There was like the bag that was just like an opaque, cloudy colour because it had been used, but it had been dropped. But anyway, I said, "Do you think it's..." "Oh, give me a sniff of it." So we opened it up, and I was like, "Couldn't really smell much." So we were at the tee box. It's like Jane and Rob and my other Mike, and I put my finger in, and I was like, as you do. I was like, that's what they do on the cop shows. So I'm just going to do this. And I put my finger in there and rubbed it on my gums. And I was like,
Yeah, okay.
And I said, I don't know if it is. Halfway down the second tee, I could not feel my entire gums or top lip. And I immediately needed to do a shit.
Oh, it would have been good stuff then.
And then they go, "You're right." I went, Yep. I said, "Yeah, that's gear."
Can we get a wriggle on here, boys? Can we go?
I said, "I can't feel half my face and I need to do a shit."
Let's move. Let's go.
And they're like, "Is that normal?" And I'm like, "I don't know.
I don't know
what you're talking about."
I don't know why, but all of a sudden I want to film this whole round and post it on social media. And
I got a podcast idea about about golf.
Do you guys want to go into business with me?
I played horrific rounds. I wouldn't recommend it. But I tell you what, whoever's slinging bags at Takapuna Golf Course, they've some strong stuff.
Right, fuck
because
it.
Because this was a tiny bit. Tiny!
What is I think we might have had this conversation before, but what is the best narcotic to play golf on?
I definitely rule out paperwork. I've done that. That's terrible.
That feels like a bad option.
Yeah, and now I can rule out either methamphetamine or whatever that was.
Or cocaine or both.
Whatever that was.
What about MDMA? Doesn't feel like it's going to be great.
I haven't done that.
No. Well, this is the thing, is none of us have done any of this.
No, obviously I haven't done any of it.
Hypothetically, what do you and
allegedly, on the edible medicinals, if you can get the brownies or maybe if one of your mates makes chocolates, then I shot the allegedly round of my life on the front, allegedly 9 of Royal Chamberlain.
Wow, that would be incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Problem was, sat down at the turn and ate a massive feed. And then the back 9 went to shit. But we sat in the car park and had hot dogs and sandwiches and pies and stuff. Like, this is me.
Okay, so it's a front 9, edible front 9 specialist.
Yeah, it can go one of two ways because it's like you can really lock in and focus. All I could see was the flag. It was literally the only thing I could focus on. And I could think of nothing else other than just attack the flag.
How about next Friday we have the ACC Open? How about we just like different variants so everyone has a bit like med roulette.
The sponsors will love this.
Yeah, and you can join us too because there's still a couple of teams available. So join us. It's a good time. Anyway, let's kick this in.
Live from the Export Beer Garden Studio. This is the agenda for Wednesday, the 4th of February.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
A real pep in your step. The Wars kick off their preseason this weekend.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite there yet. I think our summer's been so shit.
Not quite ready.
Once the Warriors kick off again, that's winter to me, and I'm not ready to accept the winter yet. Although I am pretty excited to.
As preseason, should it be named the Cocktease?
Yeah,
because basically we'll go and smoke some team by 60.
Yep. And then we'll be like, geez, the Warriors look good on the weekend. It's like, against the B team from Balmain.
Yeah.
I think so. I just think that it's a lot, the rugby league season. You got multiple fantasy teams running at the same time. You've got group chats firing up. In the past, we've done commentary and podcasts and all this kind of thing. And sometimes it's like you need a bit of a breather.
It's all consuming.
It'll be... We haven't had a good scandal in a minute.
I feel like Formula One and NRL off season's not long enough.
Oh, bro, can you imagine being a player? It's
October. If you played in the grand final, it was October, wasn't it?
Yeah.
November, December, January, and you're into it.
Yeah,
3 months.
But you're training over that time as well, so you probably get a month. To be honest, it's probably by design. You can't let those rugby league players.
Yeah, it's true.
Have too much time off.
Can't let the dogs out.
It's been a relatively quiet off season, and part of that is probably to do with the hectic cheese. Brandon Smith's been off the piss for a few months now.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Apparently he's in frightening condition at the moment, so looking to...
Saw Walsh, he had a haircut.
Rock and roll, Reece Walsh had a haircut.
Yeah, had some headlines. Buzz cut.
Yeah, because the hectic cheese, he's gone clean,
but
he's still facing charges though, isn't he? I think he's still got to front up to court.
Well, there was also his mate, Victor Radley, who was the one who got convicted of trying to suss whatever you found on the Takapuna third hole.
Not me.
Not you, allegedly, whoever it was that found that. And then, I don't know if you saw this one, I don't think I talked about it at the time, but he then all of a sudden was in an ad campaign for which he got paid the exact amount that he got fined by the NRL.
That's good.
You'll see that happen in media a bit
That's good work from the sponsor, though. It's like, this guy's desperate for money.
Yeah.
He's $15,226 in the hole.
Oh, that's a good idea. So we get him on the cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Back to the still on charges thing, though. I think that's a mistake lots of leagues tend to make, is that it's not enough to, once you've committed a few crimes, to then go, just so everyone knows I'm sober now. Like, life, you've still got to deal with everything that came off. It was a little bit like Spacey saying that he was gay after... all that stuff that went on there. It's like, no, that doesn't make it any better. You've still got to now deal with all that shit.
Yeah.
Stacey.
Not
Is Stacey gay?
No, Spacey.
Sad as fuck.
You saying Stacey Jones?
No, I'm certainly not Stacey Jones.
Who are you talking about then?
It's Kevin Spacey.
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
Okay. Yeah, Spacey's only,
Kevin Campion.
Hey, we've got
say that to us.
Hey, we've got a contender for the Changi haircut of the year for 2027.
I'm looking at it here. That's
the real horse's mane.
Demitric Vaimauga. He had a long mullet or horsey, they're calling it, halfway down his back. He's now shaved the rest.
So he's got a scarlet horsey?
Yeah, it's a chop of consequence. It is one of the all-time haircuts.
But it's paired nicely with a under the chin
goatee,
thing.
a tasteful little goatee. Yeah,
is that what it is? A goatee?
That's not a goatee, because the goatee is the traditional prison vagina, which the CEO of NZME runs. One of the last remaining prison vaginas. It goes
him and Gordon
around
Caddie.
the mouth. Yeah.
Gordon Caddie's running one of those.
Yeah,
Have you seen him shave it?
My father.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Does
horrendous.
he just freehand it?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I'd always pictured those guys just putting like a cup or something
It
over
just
their
sticks.
mouth and then just shaving around it. That's what I'd always...
Like the equivalent of a bowl cut.
Like a bowl cut for your chin, yeah.
But no, because
Actually, I'm not sure.
This is the under chin.
I think he just
This is the
freehands
under
it,
chin neck, which is favoured by front rowers of the NRL.
Yeah,
I find. I don't know what it is.
I reckon
Is
it's
it?
you can stick it into your opponent's face
Yeah.
and just
It'd
rough
tickle
them
the
up a little
chest
bit.
when you're lying down at night, though.
But
Yeah.
but I got to be honest, that is what he's done there is something that the many more NRL players need to do, and that's make yourself stand out on the field, because people are that instantly makes you seem like you're doing 30% more work than you usually are.
That's true.
I feel like there's a lot of Super Rugby players that we've talked about in the past that fall victim of this. They're excellent players, but they just look boring. It wasn't until who was our good spew.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't until he got the mullet that anyone noticed how good he was at rugby.
Yeah.
He was no better than when he didn't have the mullet. It's just you noticed him on the field.
And he laid a massive spew.
And he spewed,
before,
yeah.
And he spewed.
before the grand final.
And so I'd watch out for Demitric Vaimauga to have a chunder in preseason.
Yeah, drop a knee, take a wee, chunder, maybe wears pants, full, like do all of the things.
Rocco Berry's out with an injury to
Really?
start the season. I know. But this is the kind of thing he needs to look into. Is just the crookest lid he can sort of think of and just put himself on the map.
I reckon Rocco Berry would probably run quite a good just straight mohawk.
Yeah, yeah.
So straight mowy.
When he puts the headband on, he has a touch of the downies, doesn't he, Rockaberry?
You say it to his face.
Don't you reckon?
You say it to his face.
When he starts running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a good-looking man.
Yeah. Yeah. You know.
But we did talk about it.
Am I saying things wrong today? I feel like every time I say something, I'll go, Shall I keep? I'll keep quiet.
You
and
can't
boys
accuse someone of having a touch of the downy.
I can't say that. That's so much better than the majority of the things that you say.
Well, look, I think if you said, look, is he an extra chromey homie? Maybe that could.
Okay, we'll cut that out then. Cheers.
No.
There's your word, boys.
No.
Oh, we're not cutting that out.
No.
Yeah, that's staying in there.
I think you hang that out like an old
No, that is the hallmark of the Agenda podcast is we don't cut any career limiters out.
There's no one listening who can limit our career anyway, I think.
Hey, there's a device
I
for
don't have a
the
career to be limited.
for the prison vagina.
Oh, there is.
You put it in your mouth, you bite down on it, and it's a little guard that goes around.
And then shave
and then
around
you
it.
shave. Yeah.
Powerful. All right,
Can
should
you
we
not
get a
just
few of those?
freestyle that shit?
Well, you can, but if you want to,
I think a lot of people do.
pull it off.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
No, that's different.
Nah, we're leaving that in too,
So
Joe.
many prison stuff.
Yeah.
So many prison vibes.
Yeah, no, so the Warriors, they start this weekend with preseason, and so I'm enjoying the last sort of 72 hours of not thinking about rugby league. Having said that, I did just put my Supercoach team together last night.
Oh, yeah?
I've scheduled a phone call with my father to put my fantasy league together as well, on top of the NBA one that I'm running, and now Super Rugby.
So have you made that plainly obvious to your life partner?
Yeah,
that
she
you
knows.
are involved in multiple fantasy leagues, so you're definitely not banging.
Yeah, so this is a long-held theory of mine that no man with more than one fantasy team is cheating on their partner. It's just too much to keep tabs on.
Yeah.
To keep tabs on a side piece as well as all the Supercoach break-evens and the NRL, the NBA injuries. And I ran this past Laura McGoldrick, and she goes, no man that's got more than one fantasy team is cheating on his missus, because no one would bang a guy that's got multiple unless he was in a long-term relationship with them.
Because it's the unsexiest thing alive.
That's right, yeah.
Or it could be an elaborate smokescreen.
Yeah, that's right.
I've got 8 fantasy leagues going, and really you've got 8 side pieces on the go,
Yeah.
and you've just got an automated bot doing all your picks.
Yeah, and it's called the Cunning Runts NRL Fantasy League group chat, but it's actually just your side piece.
This is pretty much the same theory I have for this fantasy cricket league I want to do, which is basically a league, a kind of T20 league every Thursday night that is completely made up.
Yeah, it
and
doesn't exist.
a bot just makes the game results and runs and stuff, and you just go to the pub with your mates.
Yeah.
And you see who scored the runs and everything, and you go, oh, shit, I scored a 50. And then you'll sit there, drink beers, and then you go home and you show the missus the results. It's got a leaderboard. It's got a league of about 12 teams. In reality, you just go to the pub.
Says you scored a century, and then you were home within 5 minutes of that, wasted. How did you do that?
Celebrated.
Don't worry about it.
I celebrated hard.
Do you guys want to get stuck into the new Super Rugby rule changes?
Can you just give me like a
notes.
Copilot AI highlight version?
Well, we've got it, and it's still about a page long.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to work our way through these or not really?
What's the one that's going to affect us the most?
Oh, I haven't even read them all. Okay. I was just hoping to kind of pour over these with you boys.
There's something around the TMO having to button it. I think that's one of them.
The TMO's got to shut the fuck up.
He's got to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. He can only come in if there's egregious disruptive act of violence behind the play that the referee hasn't seen. Other than that, he's got to shut the hell up.
The TMO will only intervene unprompted if the referee has overlooked an act of serious foul play, open bracket, yellow card level or above, close bracket,
good.
or a clear and obvious infringement leading to a try.
I think that one's a good one because there's, because, there'd often be a try and then they come back 5 phases back and they're 60 metres away from the try line and there was like a minor knock-on and a breakdown. You're like, we really need to come back for that.
I think the other one is you can pass the ball back into your half
50,
to kick a 50-22. I don't mind that. That just gets rid of any ambiguity around that.
Yeah, because it is a squirrely one. The 22 is a bit clearer, but that's not going to change much this season because if you see someone doing that, you know what they're about to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't think that's going to change too much. As soon as you see someone blatantly throw it back over the halfway line, you're like, right, wingers, get back.
Yeah. Also, the other one is the quick taps. You're allowed to. You don't have to do it from the mark. You can do it from a 1 metre either side. Was it 1 metre or 2 metres either side?
And behind, presumably.
And behind.
So they're trying to speed up the game a bit.
Yeah, so you can take a quick tap because that always used to piss me off that you get penalised for doing it quickly and they go, no, come back, take it on the mark.
It's like, what's my advantage here? This guy's just cheated.
Yeah.
You're saying I've got an advantage, but how am I? Yeah,
exactly. So that means halfbacks. You watch squirrely halfbacks take advantage of that one.
So it's going to be great. The only one I haven't seen in here that's annoying me is the immediate yellow card for the knockdown. That rule has been staring everyone in the face for decades now.
The best part of the decade, yeah.
I think
every time it happens, we're like, fuck this rule.
I think that rule should go, and I think you obviously get the knock-on scrum.
Yeah.
But just don't throw that pass.
That's exactly it. If you can't throw a clean pass, then you Yeah.
That's just a knock-on. That seems...
You're punishing someone for trying to do something exciting.
Yeah.
Because what they're trying to do is jump out there and get a intercept.
Yeah.
But to say you're not allowed to play anymore, to say that that's on par with putting your shoulder right into someone's temple or throwing a open palm at the bottom of a ruck, which are all yellow card offences, you're punishing the fan.
Yeah, and there's some, I don't know who they've kind of thrown this, what group, what sort of forum they've taken this to, but apparently after the referee calls use it at the ruck, use that, no additional players from the team in position, so the team that's at the back of their ruck, may join the ruck.
Okay. I don't know
what that is.
No, fuck that.
Does that mean that the opposition can keep firing into the ruck when they say use it?
That's a good point, yeah.
I don't understand that.
I mean, that doesn't happen generally, but yeah. I don't know. It's just another one of those breakdown rules that's going to be a little too confusing. Or
is it maybe the formation of the human centipede for the box kick?
That's probably part of it, big part of it. Yeah, also time wasting, because when they say use it and then they're like, oh, no, but hang on, guys are still coming into the ruck. It's like, but the ball's fucking laying right there. You're never going to...
Yeah, here we go. Well, you've posted your Super Rugby fantasy team, Manaia.
Yeah.
And
what have you got in there? Let's have a look.
Part of our group, the ACC, just one word, if you go to playfantasyrugby.com, get on there, join the group.
They paying us?
Nah, the format's shit.
Man, that computer, I contracted HIV off that website. It was so hard to see how much my cap I had left.
It's the Temu. This is the Temu fantasy version on the globe.
There's no app.
You've no app, and you got to do it on PC.
And then I needed to send a screenshot through to you fellas, and so I
no banter.
But then I had to click the Zoom button 4 times because it didn't display my entire team on one screen.
I had the same issue as well. It took me 15 minutes to screen grab and send it. I was like, this shouldn't be this hard.
Yeah, and then it was a bit of jiggery pokery. I don't know how the scoring works, so I've basically just gone for the cheapest props I possibly can.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah. I've hung my hat on Will Jordan, Lester Whanganuku, and Tim Tavatavanawa.
Same as me.
Yeah, and you got DMAC in there though, and Roygard. But Roygard, you've got some mistakes here because Roygard's got a bye.
He's got a bye in the first week. Yeah,
so you need to replace him.
Oh, okay.
And you can make as many changes as you want.
There's no limit on trades.
I don't think so.
You can just trade in and out.
So you can go ham.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see how that goes.
And if you want to join our league, once again, playfantasyrugby.com and then just use the code the ACC to join. No spaces.
Yeah, the
not to be
capital ACC,
Stacey, aforementioned.
Or Stacey Jones. I initially wanted to call my team the Demented Moles, but that's already taken.
Is it? Someone's already got Demented
Moles.
Moles.
Rugby away fan out there.
Yeah. Diggs like a demented mole there. So then I wanted to call it Ward 4. Someone's already got that as well.
Jesus.
So I've ended up with the maternity ward.
Okay, you're the maternity ward. I'm on there. Mashy, you're on there.
Yeah, I see you've tried to save some money with your team. You've gone under budget.
Look, I didn't, like Manaia said, couldn't even see how much I was fucking spending.
Yeah.
So I was just going with what I thought. I went for a couple of stars, and then I thought I'm going to just fill out the rest with what I think are good Super Rugby players.
You've taken the Brad Pitt Moneyball approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Moneyball, I don't even know. Like, it's so hard, so unuser friendly.
Because I think you've still got 15 mil or so left to spend, G Lane, if you really want to get a bit of star power in. Because I'm up with you. I'm pretty close to maxed out.
Can we put that to the social fund or something? Is there something else you can do with that money?
With that 15 mil?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of money, isn't it, to make a rugby team with $100 million?
Would it kill you to invest some of that back into the grassroots community?
Yeah,
we need that.
I'm going to give that 15 mil to North Shore Rugby Club.
You should be able to trade your extra cash for more boosts. So
That's
if
a
you've
good
got
idea.
left more like captain's
double
boosts,
weekends and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like you can have Jonah Lomu.
Joke, just shut up, okay? Because this format is cutting edge, okay? Like, we can obviously, once the results come in from week 1, we can obviously communicate and banter on the platform.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you can't.
No.
We can contact the
chat.
we can award some prizes. We can't do that.
No.
Can
we start a WhatsApp?
Can we share? No, we can't do that. We can start a WhatsApp because you can start those. You can start those community ones.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's an option. But no, I don't want.
How are you going to?
I don't want any other fundraising in there.
How do you communicate to all the people in our group?
I think we do it in the caravan. So we use the caravan as the as the group.
Yeah, you're right.
So get on the caravan if you're not.
Oh, yep, that's a good idea.
That's on Facebook.
Hey, we've got Anna Willcox next, former free skiing Olympian who's now covering the Winter Olympics over there in Italy, which kick off on Friday.
I refuse to talk to her.
Do you?
Yeah, I am the voice of snow sports in this country, and quite frankly, I'm disgusted that you guys are going to anyone other than me, and I won't talk to her.
Well, get out.
Fine.
Get out then, because we certainly will.
I'd love to.
Right, joining us now on the Agenda podcast, former Olympic free skier Anna Willcox, now covering the Winter Olympics from Italy for Sky, and crowd goes wild. We've sent our biggest Winter Olympic team of all time out there. And Anna, you must be absolutely fizzing with just a few days to go.
Yeah, I'm next level fizzing. Like, so stoked to be here. Finally, it's like obviously full circle. And yeah, full circle moment coming back and getting to broadcast at my first Winter Olympic Games since competing. So it's pretty special.
Are there many familiar faces for you, Anna? Looking around, is there a few people that you competed with back in 2014 in Sochi that are also a part of the broadcast team or even still competing?
So there's a few still competing. There's a few old dogs still competing. And then there is a whole lot of faces. Like, a lot of the people that I used to compete against have now turned to coaching. So there's a lot of guys in coaching roles and stuff like that. So it's like really cool to just have like a big reunion here, to be honest.
Nice. Before we get into the New Zealand team and our obviously medal contenders, which is a decent list, what's the atmosphere like over Winter Olympics? Because from the kind of snow sports vibe, I feel like there's more of a party vibe in snow sports than there is in the traditional Olympics. And you can see it when they compete. They're all mates. They're not too disappointed when their mate wins. They celebrate with them. They cop a lot of shit from traditionalists about that because they say, you don't care. But I imagine the off-piste action at the Winter Olympics is pretty epic. Are you looking forward to dipping your toes back into that as a non-athlete?
Yes, mate. The après-ski vibes are all on in Europe, like 100%. I scouted out an après-ski bar, which is and there's a basement bar and there's a slide that goes down to it. You actually jump on a slide to get there, which is pretty unreal. But yeah, there is totally that more laid-back attitude. I think when you're doing a sport that is truly so dangerous, I think, there's a whole different vibe that comes with it. And I think people, the athletes, they want to push themselves. They also are there for their mates when they crash and they win and all that kind of stuff. And there's that really strong camaraderie. But I think it comes from doing a sport that's really dangerous. You kind of just have to you have to be a little bit laid back, and you have to have a few screws loose,
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Okay, speaking of screws loose, let's go through some of the New Zealand medal contenders. Obviously, we've got Zoe, who's competing in the slopestyle and the big air. And Mashi, do you know the difference between the slopestyle and big air? I'm just going to dumb it right down.
No, please do.
Okay.
For me, I'm
well,
not super sure.
I'm not an expert, but the slopestyle is various. You go down the mountain and you've got various rails and boxes you can jump, and it's more of an obstacle course.
Yep,
you see, and you get judged on each one.
Yep.
Big air is what it is.
Yep.
Just a big ass. Big fuck off jump,
right?
And then you just hit it and just spin around 1,000 times.
Is that right? I know. Are you happy with that description?
Yeah. If you want to compare it to say like a Quentin Tarantino movie, the slopestyle is like the character development, the conversations, the intensity of it, and then the big air is like the scene at the end where everyone dies. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like let's go.
Yeah.
So
that's a far more eloquent way of putting it.
It's far better than me. So obviously Zoe's coming in here. She is the defending champion, Olympic champion.
Defending slopestyle champion, and she got a silver medal in the big air. So she's double Olympic medalist there.
Before we move on, have we had eyes on her father? Have we seen him yet? Is he getting stuck into what?
So
everything.
So Sean's in it here, and he's here with 14 people. Zoe's contingent.
Oh no!
There's like 14 of them just for Zoe. So mate, they're going to be wild. I can't wait to yellow card them a whole bunch.
Oh
so
my
it's
god,
good.
It's great. He was the highlight of the last Winter Olympics for me. Crossing to Wanaka, and like every proud father, he had overindulged and did not care.
Diesel.
Did not give a shit because his daughter just won gold.
Who else you got on that list anyway?
So obviously Zoe's she's the big rock star really. For the New Zealand team. Then
she's
you got
the one to beat in those.
In both of them. Is she favourite in both of them, or is the slopestyle more her gig?
Slopestyle is probably more her like textbook. Probably definitely the one to beat in slopestyle. Big air, like podium for sure, just depending on what order. Like there's a Japanese girl called Kokomo Murasi who's pretty unreal. So, but yeah, and there's also another girl called Mia Brooks from the UK who absolutely slays. So she'll have her work cut out for her, particularly in the big air. But I think hopefully we're going to get two medals from her for sure. And
then we've got Finn Mel Ives in the free skiing half pipe as well. He's in a rich vein of form, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been on fire, and he competed. He just got a gold medal at the X Games just a couple of weeks ago, and like to be fair, like watching him, he's like a whole cut above the rest of the field. So I think like he's probably, I'd say like I don't know. There's a lot of high medal hosts, but I'd say he's going to bank one for sure. And like then his brother is like a wild card. So he's a twin brother called Cam, who is snowboard half pipe. And when he lands, like he's going to threaten that top spot on the podium. So I think we could see. I'm really excited for the snowboard big air because he's a bit of a wild card, and he's a dark horse, and he could totally do some damage.
Nice. Is there any other? What are the other kind of? Because they're the kind of two headline names that have been bandied around, mainly in the media.
Yes.
Who else is podium threats?
So 100% Luca Harrington. So he is the current big air world champion. He just won X Games slopestyle gold 2 weeks ago, and he also got silver in the big air 2 weeks ago at big air. So he is also a dual medal threat, like easy. So so Luca Harrington is definitely a name that you wanna lock in and put your bets in, to be honest.
Nice. Because this games is quite front loaded with all the cool shit. Because all the big air and slope styles happening in the first 2 or 3 days. Is that right?
Yes, we got big air. We were just at training earlier for the big air. So the big air snowboard men's qualies goes down like the night before the opening ceremony, actually, so that things action kicks off straight away. And then it rolls into, we've got ski slope style, then we've got snowboards half pipe. There's a lot in there for the first few weeks, but at the sort of back end, we've also got the ski half pipe, which obviously Finn's competing in. Yeah. We've also got 3 other skiers competing in it too. So we've got a big male contingent there. So there's heaps across the games, but you know what is cool, and I will reiterate this to our Kiwis, like, because a lot of these events are actually under the lights, so they're going to be evening events, so it's actually it's going to be pretty easy to watch. You wake up in the morning and you turn on your TV and you're going to see action, so it's not in the middle of the night, even with this crazy time difference, because these events are actually starting at 7:30 p.m, which is 7:30 a.m. For you guys back home, so it's chill.
Oh,
right. Okay, that does work pretty well. So if everything's kind of, front leaning towards the beginning of the Winter Olympics, Anna, then how does it work? Because a headline that dominates our papers back home, during the Summer Olympics is the one of which that what's going on off the field around athletes and what they're getting up to, especially after their events are done, and what the Olympic Village is looking like, and how many certain members of
Is there a village? Is there a village?
Yeah, is there a village first and foremost? And is it just as exciting as the Summer Olympics? And are people getting stuck into each other? That's what I want to know.
It's snow sports, of course they are.
They're definitely getting stuck.
Oh, that's fantastic news. No, that's good to hear. Okay.
It's just going to go down. But yeah, so we have, like, Livigno is where all the park and pipe athletes are. There's also moguls and aerials here. But overall, like, that whole vibe and that whole atmosphere is 100% like pretty lax compared to, say, Alpine, which is like, all the ski racing and stuff like that. That's a little bit more serious. Those athletes are pretty like, whereas park and pipe, they're all mates and definitely want to have a catch up for a beer after their event.
Well, if they're known as park and pipe,
the park and pipe is not okay.
I love the park and pipe. I want to be in the park and pipe village.
As do I. That sounds like something I got up to in 2017 up the Port Hills.
Oh man, I'm so jealous that you are over there, and you're covering for everything for Sky Sport. It's all live on Sky Sport. You'll be covering also for Crowd Goes Wild, I imagine. They'll be dialing you in.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep,
before we let you go, what have you got on your head there, Anna? Is that a traditional?
So I thank you for commenting on this because I put it on just for you boys.
Thank you.
So I picked this up today in one of the shops, and I have a bit of a hat addiction, and there are so many hats here, so I'm just like in heaven. So you're gonna see me in a different hat like every day, but I chose this one for you guys tonight. Pretty special.
Thank you.
My Russian hat.
Is it beaver?
Excuse me?
Is it?
No, I think this is a Temu version of.
Oh right, it's a polyester blend. Is it?
For me, if I blur my eyes a little bit, it's almost like a really bad wig that you've got. It kind of blends into your hair as well.
I see that. I'm actually seeing that now. You've now ruined it for
sorry.
me.
That looks fantastic. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Anna, thanks for joining us. Have an absolutely sensational time over there in Italy. And please pass on all our regards to all our athletes over there. I cannot wait to see them kick ass.
100%, guys. Make sure you tune in. You just wake up in the morning and have your breakfast and watch it.
Absolutely. Cool. Thanks, Anna. You know what, Mashi? I would give up going to 4 Summer Olympics games just to go to 1 Winter Olympics.
Yeah, that's changed my entire perspective on the Winter Olympics. That 10-minute interview with Anna Willcox. Yeah.
But the thing is, they always have a better time.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just socially off mountain, off the competitive cycle. They're a lot more fun.
Yeah.
And having gone down to the Jossie Wells Big Air down there.
Yeah. You boys still harp on about that.
Yeah, you can understand why. They go hard.
Yeah, they do.
They go hard, and I'm so insanely jealous of them. And off air, she told us that it's a tax haven where they are, and basically how cheap anything is to get on the Wheeze, get on the Durries, whatever.
Yeah, I understand.
So anyway.
Which is a great habit to bring home.
We need to get there, Mashi.
We certainly do. Let's take a break in just a moment, but for now, before we do, let's get stuck into this. This is where Uber Eats, our official delivery partner here at the ACC, delivers us the clip of the week.
Yes, and they also deliver us meals every commentary.
They certainly
via
do.
Uber Eats.
Yeah,
so I single-handedly one of the greats.
Yeah, they are.
It is one of the greats.
You sent out the schedule yesterday for the Super Rugby season.
Yes.
And the first thing I thought about was, at least we get Uber Eats.
Can you order Uber Eats like days in advance? Can you do that?
I know you can book an Uber.
Yeah, okay. I think you can. So maybe I'm booking all the commentators for Super Rugby.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just go in and book all of the Uber Eats halftime feeds.
That's not a bad shout.
That's good.
McConey will already know what he likes, trust me.
Hey, I'm not listening to him.
Anyway, the clip of the week, as brought to you by Uber Eats, is of Jarrell Miller. If you don't know who Jarrell Miller is, he lost his hair during a boxing match.
Oh,
You've
my
seen
God.
this clip.
Yeah.
Is it coming off? What is happening here? It is. Oh, wow. He's losing his hair.
It just starts flapping around.
It's like before, but Ryder is getting the hair knocked off his head. Sergeant.
But it's what I'm really curious about on this toupee is that he's got a hairline halo.
Yeah.
He's still got a bit of a fringe around the back. And I love how he just frisbeed a toupee into the crowd and just went ding ding straight back into the fight.
So the article I'm reading here, apparently he'd been working on this for a while, hence why he's got that haircut built for the toupee.
Right.
But apparently he went to his mum's house in the morning and he had he used some different shampoo to usual, and it didn't mix very well with the glue, according to this article that I'm reading here.
Why was he shampooing? Isn't any hair?
Well, I think he was, it was stuck on and he shampooed the toupee.
So he's blaming his mum.
Apparently.
Look, he's out. Look, I think it's a good thing for him. What's his name again?
Jarrell? Yeah, Jarrell Miller.
I think Jarrell, this is your coming of age.
It's your
okay,
sign.
this is your coming of age. Every bald person has their coming of age, where they either get outed or they just whip it off. And unfortunately for him, it's happened in an international boxing arena where he's got his toupee knocked off. But you guaranteed he'll either get a great contract with a Turkish hair transplanter, or he'll just own it and roll with his bald Swede.
That's a good
he could go. That's a big rebuild, though. I don't know if that's.
Can you get a full rebuild?
I don't know
like
if
that?
you can get a
If
full
they take it off
Turkish.
grass or something
I don't
like
think
that
I
and
can get a
then put
full
it up there.
Turkish rebuild because they still need some stuff at the back.
They
and
need
he
something
hasn't-
to work with.
He hasn't got a lot to work with at the back.
Miller won the match by split decision.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, who's got the toupee, by the way? Someone's got that in the crowd. Imagine pocketing that. How was the boxing? Mean. Look what I got. The sweaty ass toupee that was knocked off. We're going to find it.
All right.
Okay.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Oh, yeah, get in touch. This is where you can click that microphone button on the iHeartradio app. Download the iHeartradio app if you don't already have it. Save the agenda as a preset, and then you can find us super easy.
I'm back, by the way.
Oh, thank you for coming back, mate.
Yeah.
Did you have the cup up against the door, the glass up against the door?
I already know everything she told you anyway.
Yeah.
So I already
So
know.
you're across the fact that, piss is a bit cheaper over there, cheap ciggies, all the snow sport athletes are hanging out the back of each other.
Still rolling the Big Air Manukau's handle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I showed up to the mountain a couple of years ago in a mood to go big. And unfortunately for me, the weather wasn't to play ball. A lot of people wanted to know, they're like, we watched you try and ski across to the commentary position. You couldn't even do that. You had to get banana boated over like you'd broken your leg. Were you actually going to go big off the big edge up? And my answer was the same every time. I guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know. It turned into a knuckle huck in the end, just a bit too windy.
Yeah, I mean, the wind would have taken you potentially onto the next kind of valley.
No,
if you'd got air.
I do my best work in the wind, and that's why they called it off. I think they were like, we can't have this blow and just come in and show everyone up. There were Olympians in the field.
Yeah.
And also I'd entered into the rail jam, but again, someone had to commentate it, so
Yeah, fair enough.
I guess we'll never know.
I think I can remember having the coldest ass of my life doing that rail jam. I think we sat in the snow and
We
did
sat
that.
literally
Fuck,
in
it
the
was
snow.
cold.
You were in sneakers.
Yeah.
I was in gumboots.
That wasn't a good look.
Okay, first one of the day. Yours, please.
Yeah, lads, listening to yesterday's pod in regards to the walking debate and what we think as a country, I would put forward the fact that before winning one of the greatest test matches of all time by a single run when Neil Wagner choked James Anderson down the leg side, the ball beforehand was ever so slightly, potentially, maybe, if we do admit to ourselves, probably a wide.
Oh, 100%.
But we don't talk about that, do we? And that's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess the wide, it's the umpire's call, eh?
Yeah.
Same as a nick behind.
It's very squirrely, isn't it,
Yeah.
the wide?
Yeah.
There's so many different things. This is what makes cricket such a wonderful game.
Yeah.
So many things that could make it a wide or not a wide, depending on where they're standing, where it was released.
Yeah, and then the one day cricket, they've changed the rules on the wides. Remember, and they didn't tell us. Remember, we were watching it, and there was wides down leg side, and they weren't calling them.
Yeah.
And then there was wides that weren't wides, and they were calling them wide, and was hopelessly confused.
Yeah.
It's the gentleman's game.
There was instant karma, though, on that wide by Neil Wagner, because the next test against Sri Lanka, when we were chasing down those runs to win, and Kane was batting with the number 11 batsman, Sri Lanka, your mate, Manaia's doppelganger from Sri Lanka,
Oh, yeah.
bowled a
Kamara.
suspiciously large wide.
A what?
Suspiciously.
Shawarma.
A shawarma.
He bowled a
And
shawarma.
Williamson asked for the wide, and the umpire was like, nah, mate.
That's right, I do remember that.
No.
No, mate.
No.
We gave you that one at the basin.
Yeah.
You're not having this one
You
too.
get it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this day in history, Martin Crowe's 299.
What's
For those
it
of you
today?
playing at home, yeah.
I always forget him
February
just
2nd.
smashing his bat onto the pole outside the changing room at the Basin Reserve. That was that
Yeah.
one.
And famously went in and destroyed the changing sheds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'd go shawarma.
Yeah, so.
Next one, yours, please.
Hey fellas, 18-year-old Woundy here. This is for Manukad's Manaia Stewart. On the radio show today, you and Jerry were talking about taking another holiday.
Yeah.
And then on the podcast, you were talking about taking listeners with you. And that the people that sent in telling you to shut the fuck up about it, you were going to ring on air. I was one of those people, because if I want to listen to people whinge about working, I'll listen to More FM. I dare you to ring me. I'll drop the biggest C-bomb you've ever heard. Anyways.
Roll that R, boy.
Didn't have to. You rung me.
I'm glad that you were using this forum to go via another podcast and another radio show to get to you, because obviously you're so unresponsive on your radio shows. You had to come via this show to get to you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No, we've launched a campaign. The first thing you do when you get back from a holiday is book in your next holiday.
It's true.
But unfortunately, people don't like to hear that when their perception of you is that you just swan in Birkenstocks and talking to a tin can for 4 hours.
Yeah, I was going to say, how are the public taking this? Are you taking anyone from the public with you?
Well, we're not taking him.
Okay, he's off the list.
No, yeah, we are. We're going to take some hardworking Kiwis over for what we're calling a wellness retreat.
Okay, that's good.
In Byron Bay.
Yeah,
Unless you're taking some people, that's good to hear.
Is it similar to a beer garden tour situation?
Well, there's going to be yin and yang. You know, there'll be breath work, and you know there'll be aligning our chakras, and then there'll be a heinous bender element to it as well.
Excellent. So, I'd say that the breathing work usually happens after the bender, because I went through a lot of breathing exercises after one particular night in Texas.
If you go back through the archives, I think Jerry went to Byron Bay a couple of years ago.
This is where the idea came from.
And he came back speaking very fondly of a woman.
Sophie?
Sophie, was it, that took a class? Have you spoken about this with them?
Does a breathwork thing.
Who does a breathwork class? And are we sure this is just not one massive coup to,
Yeah, I think so. Although
I can get back with Sophie.
Initially, we were going to try and go to Bali or Thailand or something, but they got poo-pooed by the...
Oh, okay. Well, at least that's
the higher-ups. And they were like, we'll give you Byron Bay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can see what Jerry's doing there. That's fair enough.
But a texter on the show this morning mentioned that it's only a 1 hour train ride to Seabus Super Stadium, and the Manly Seagulls are playing the Gold Coast Titans that weekend. So
sweet, you'll make that work.
There you go, that's sorted.
Let's figure it out.
Next one, yours, please.
Yeah, good day, fellas. Just tuning in for my favourite sports podcast. And I'd just like to praise Mashu for bringing up the Sydney Sweeney news. It's very groundbreaking in the sports category. And I wondered if I was going to get on to my favourite breakfast radio show podcast. I just learned that I've actually got a radio show in the last few months. But we're all big fans, and I wasn't sure if I could post it on the Facebook, because it might have been a bit weird.
Okay, well, you must be aware of this new fashion range that's been released by Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. Didn't mean to say it like that, but yeah, I am aware of it. Sorry.
For a while, we lost you there for a millisecond.
Sorry, I'm back. I was thinking about this out in the office. Like, I don't think you could... So, for anyone who lives under a rock, she's just brought out her own lingerie line. Great move. Capitalise on what you got. I don't think you can buy that for your missus, because if you buy her the Sydney Sweeney, she's going to be like, oh...
Gross.
So you're
dressing...
You're dressing me up as Sydney Sweeney, yeah.
Fuck, so you reckon I get a return on that?
Well, I just don't know. It's a weird sort of like...
You say it, I feel like I'm
you just put this mask on and then...
Well, it's a bold move buying your partner underwear.
Lingerie,
full stop.
Yeah.
Clothes in general.
Yeah.
If you get the wrong size, you're fucked.
Yeah, clothes in general actually is true.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll be buying it.
Shove these on, would you?
Yeah.
What about if you just got them in your size?
I don't know if she'd make them in that size.
If Loz comes home and I'm... Is that what you're saying? I'm in a Sweeney...
Nickies.
Bra and Nickies.
You're in a set of...
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I don't know if that's going to be taken as well as I'd like it to be.
How about...
What's the equivalent of a lingerie for a man?
Nah, nothing. We're not physically attractive to look at.
Yeah, we can't do anything like that, can we?
Apart from Dan Carter and his jockeys.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah.
Do we have to do an act of service? Is that our...
Yeah. Gratitude or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, I'll have a look at the range and see if they've got like triple XL or something.
Have a look, and maybe we'll come back tomorrow maybe and discuss our favourite lines. There's a couple of different SKUs in there. I have noticed. There's the full body options. Yep. Not a fan of those.
I could probably fit the brassiere.
Oh yeah.
I
reckon enough.
Yeah.
My boobs are as big as hers. I'm working on it.
Anyway, next one, yours, please.
I think you're on the right track with the knee scooters and everyone on them, so missing a few brain cells, but I think that's because, not that they don't want to need a knee scooter, they need to go full the other way, get a wheelchair. And further on that, I reckon everyone should have a wheelchair for emergency situations. Now, whether it's injury or just a great excuse to find a free seat at a gig or something. Taking a wheelchair into a cricket game, great way to have a nice seat. Smoke some piss inside of it. There's plenty of fun you can have on it. Break some more bones on a wheelchair. You know? Anyway, fuck.
It's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Having a emergency wheelchair.
Because you often get access to the best seats in the ground as well, unless a wacky alternative commentary collective decide to plonk a party zone right in where you usually park your wheelchair to watch cricket at Hagley Park.
That didn't
for
happen
the Black Clash last year.
That didn't happen at
Didn't you
Tauranga?
specifically request, hey, where do the
wheelies go? Where do the wheelies go?
Did you specifically say, where do the wheelchairs sit in? We want that area? Isn't that what you...
Pretty much.
That did happen at the Black Clash last year. There was just a clerical error or maybe a recommendation from G Lane, and then all the mutants started coming in at the same time as people in the wheelchairs started
When you say mutants, that's the party zone people.
Sorry, yes. I mean, that's a given. Of course, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Then the people in their wheelchairs, they came from a different thing, and they were just like, what the fuck are you guys doing here? And yeah, so some quick adjustments had to be made.
But it's not a bad idea having an emergency wheelchair available.
No,
and
certainly not.
Just getting in it. Yeah, the issue is having a few beers and
then operating a wheelchair,
but then giving the game away by standing up or cheering, or you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you just go, oh look, I can stand up. I just can't walk for a long distance. You know.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, don't judge me. You know, don't assume you know what I'm up to. To bring a sporting analogy in, Paul Pearce famously was wheelchaired out of a playoff game, and turns out all that happened was he actually shit himself.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
And so he didn't want to stand up and face the crowd where they would have seen that he'd shit himself because they were playing in white. And so they brought a wheelchair out and wheelchaired him out. And then all of a sudden, 2 minutes later, he was back out with a new pair of shorts on.
Oh, well, Chris Key once got wheelchaired off an athletics track.
Oh, that's a good example as well.
And played golf the next day.
Great point.
Next one.
It's great for a night out as well. Wheelchair on the piss. I did that in Wanaka a few years ago.
Oh, you jumped in a wheelchair?
Yep. Before we went out, and then just got wheeled around the entire bar area of Wanaka in the chair. No one was like, oh, can I get you a drink? Yeah. And then I got carried up the stairs into the Red Rocks.
Oh.
And then gave it away at the end of the night where someone pushed me down, you know, the driveway, the alleyway, to Woodies.
Yes.
Pushed me down to a fence, and I had to get up and walk off, and people were like,
he
can walk!
Yeah.
It's a miracle!
Did a kickflip and a half pipe.
You can get absolutely legless.
You were also involved with a stag do in wheelchairs, weren't you? In
That was
Mount
Tony Lyle.
Maunganui?
That was Tony
That
Lyle.
was Tony Lyle. I was there.
It was Joe as well.
Yeah,
But
I received a photo from you
on the dance floor
on
with
the
some
dance floor,
wheelies.
and the wheelchairs were getting a lot of female attention.
Do you think they
And
were
I thought
pulling
they
a
might-
Joe Jury on
I
the
think
dance
they
floor?
were, yeah.
Genius.
Well, yeah, it's because you're not going to get anywhere on an e-scooter, eh? And an e-scooter is not going to get you into a special seat.
Are you saying e-scooter or knee scooter?
Knee scooter.
Knee scooter, oh yeah.
It's the
Obviously.
Isaac. It's the Isaac knee scooter.
Oh, look,
God bless him.
I think he's doing a great job. I won't be slagging him off. All of a sudden, he might be able to stand up again.
How many more we got, Joe? A couple more?
We got one more. Before we do, though, we got a bit of correspondence from Joel, the Pantsman Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
So he's playing in a cricket league in Sydney.
When's he going to learn? He just blew his knee out playing AFL.
He's got tits for hands as well.
Do you remember Joel? Remember how his cricket
16
skill level?
16 catches, I think he dropped.
He was quite aggressive on the bowling, though. I can remember bowled very short.
Do you remember how he batted?
And he also famously
No.
in that six challenge at Eden Park, remember that he got
got
bowled out
skittled.
6 from 6 times.
Yeah. That's because he gave some lip to the guy operating the bowling machine.
Ah, that's
and he
right, I
cranked
did
it up
hear these
10 more
allegations.
kilometres, just changed the angle so he bowled 6 Yorkers straight into middle
Straight at the
spaces.
toe box.
Yeah.
Joel Harrison, not out,
Yeah.
50 off 24.
What the fuck?
What league's he playing?
Yeah, no, that is the first question.
We play in Last Man Stands, the worst division.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Still, 50 off 24. I don't think
Yeah.
I could do that on an empty field.
How, what is bowling?
He didn't include
Didn't
that.
include that.
Didn't need to.
Can you ask him if he's taken any catches?
Will do.
Because I'm still scarred from seeing him under that high ball.
He said, it's brutal because no one can bowl and catch, but everyone is slogging.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like the T20 World Cup.
Okay. Last one, yours, please.
Puka Nakua. Puka Nakua. Puka Nakua.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Puka Nakua.
Okay.
Puka Nakua. Puka Nakua. Puka Nakua. Puka Nakua. Puka Nakua.
Is this 30 seconds?
Puka Nakua.
Yeah, it's good. Great. Yeah, well, that's like Matt Heath came in here with probably the worst pronunciation of that name of all time.
Gumafu.
But we never have never heard of him because he's an LA Rams player. So we never heard of him.
Why were you talking about him?
Because he slid into Sydney Sweeney's DMs.
Yeah, he replied to the article about Sweeney saying that she really wants to find a man that likes to go skydiving, and then he retweeted it.
He literally jumped out of the plane he was on.
Yeah. Said, I'll try it.
I'll try skydiving. So we're talking about Puka Kanua, as Matt would say.
Oh, yeah.
Because he added about 3 Ks in there and an extra couple of syllables.
Puka Nakua.
Yeah, there we go.
Puka Nakua. I think he got that date. I think they're going on the date.
Are they?
I think so, yeah. I think so. I saw some meme page post that this morning. I don't know if it's true or not. But
who says romance is dead?
Yeah, that's right.
What's he going to tell his wife, though?
Hey, look, it's been good. It's been real.
He'll buy some underwear.
Yeah.
Puka Nakua.
All right. I'll poke you guys, Nakua.
Puka Nakua.
Okay, a couple of apologies to make. Sorry to Anna Willcox for dropping so many clangers pre-here. I forgot that was going to be the same episode. Anything else to mention, boys?
It doesn't matter that she won't come back onto this podcast because I'm the voice of Snow Sport anyway. So just ask me.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. James McConey coming in tomorrow.
Are you sure? I've given up saying that.
We're taking bets on that?
Yeah, well, look, what do you reckon? He's paying about $7 to turn up.
What's more likely?
$1.10.
What's more likely? McConey to show up on time tomorrow for the podcast, or Puka Nakua going on a date with Sydney Sweeney?
Oh, Puka.
Yeah,
for
Puka
sure.
Nakua is going to be right up in there.
Puka Nakua.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.